Hey guys, how's it going? Preparing here. In this video, I want to talk about the 5 things that really annoy the crap out of me in Diablo 3. You know, I don't play Diablo 3 that much nowadays, but every time I play, these things seem to annoy me more and more. And, you know, I don't really want to make like a negative video, but I think that maybe talking about this stuff a little more will end up being will end up being fixed. Like every time there's like a new patch, you know, I'm excited. I start reading the notes and I'm like, oh man, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for something that's actually wrong with the game to be on like a fix, you know? But no, it's some random crap that no one cares about. So, you know, maybe we can get something done. Maybe you can get some amusement at my frustration. So anyway, here we go. Number 1, most annoying thing in this game. Like this, I can't even believe this shit isn't fixed yet. The maximum number of buffs in this game is 5. Like what a joke. Like I'm playing my whirlwind barb, right? So these buffs are ordered by duration. So the ones that last the longest are going to be there like the first ones. So you got Nefal and Valor stacks, great. Okay, then I have, you know, my defensive shout, war cry, that's never going down. Then I have battle rage, that's really never going down. And then I have wrath the berserker, sometimes that goes down, but it's usually up. And then I have sprint. So just playing my own class with no shrines, with no other buffs, with no other classes over there to give me other buffs, I maxed out my buffs. Okay? So I'm like playing the game, even by myself. You know, I see like a protection shrine. I decide not to click on it. Because if I get the protection shrine, either I'm not going to see the duration of sprint, or I'm not going to see the duration of berserk. So picking up a shrine would actually make my character worse, because the max buffs is 5. How does that make any sense? Let's not even get started about like group play. Like, you know, we're doing a group with like 2 monks and shit. You know, each of the monks has an aura along with another buff. Like, I can't see anything. You know, I'm just whirlwind over there. I don't know the duration of my whirlwind. I don't know the duration of my sprint. I'm playing like a noob. And, I mean, that's unbelievably frustrating for me. That needs to get fixed. It can't be very hard. Let's get real. Alright. Number 2. When I started playing Diablo 3, you know, back in May, I was getting maybe 300 latency, maybe 250. I don't think it ever dropped below 200 in the first 2 weeks that I played. And, you know, I get it, you know. There's a lot of people playing the game, but eventually, thanks to Blizzard, there's less people playing the game. So there's less and less people playing the game, but my latency, it never really dropped below like 100. So why is that? The reason is, you know, I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Toronto, Canada. There's no East Coast servers. And they haven't fixed that. How is it fair that people on the West Coast can play, like my friend Crippy, with like 15 latency, where I can't get below 100? I mean, right now, it's not that big of a deal anymore, because we're just cruise control and farming Diablo 3. But when PvP comes out, Diablo 3 is a pretty fast-paced game. You think it's fair that other people can have like 100 less latency because of your location, even if you're living like within the United States or Canada? I think that's absolutely ridiculous. For a company like Blizzard, which has the resources that it does, not having East Coast servers, I think is outrageous. Third thing, also based on the Funzo servers, is rubber banding. I mean, it's been said to death, I get it. I know that, you know, rubber banding is kind of going to happen with server sync issues and stuff like that. But what I didn't expect to happen was it to get worse. You know, I was thinking initially, like, yeah, I get it. Like, rubber banding, the servers are getting slammed. A lot of people playing the game. Progressively, less and less people are playing the game. However, progressively, rubber banding is getting worse and worse. So I'm going to need some explanation on that one, or I have you know, no other ideas. Maybe Blizzard is shutting down the servers like crazy, and rubber banding is just a thing you got to get used to. But I expected more. Next thing that really annoys me is that group play is not encouraged still. You know, originally, when we were preparing for Diablo 3 with Team No Life, we were thinking that group play will obviously be the best way to progress through the game, the best way to farm through the game. And back then, it was close to impossible to do it as a group. It was significantly easier to do it solo because the damage scaled and the mob HP scaled, and both of those factors led us into a situation where we could like never really straight up defeat a champion pack before it enraged on us. Remember, this is like early on when we had like blue gear in Act 3 and 4 Inferno. So it was very, very annoying. And, you know, we thought Blizzard may have been taking positive measures, like they removed the damage scaling on Inferno, but honestly, that's not enough. Like these days, when I want to go farm, when I do it solo, I do it much faster than as a group. It's because, you know, the mobs still scale like a lot more in life. But not only that, you have to keep in mind that a lot of the ways that certain classes do damage is by funneling mobs in certain areas. Like if you're a solo character, all the mobs are going to run towards you, and you can use one attack that hits all of them. If there's 4 of you, you're all in different places, so that one attack that would hit all of them would only hit like a third or a fourth of the pack. So I don't think Blizzard has adequately like adjusted for these, you know, dynamic factors, and it becomes very annoying to me because I want to play with my friends. You know, Diablo 3's social system sucks. So why make it worse by, you know, providing disincentives to playing with the friends that you actually have from outside the game? That blows my mind. Anyway, lastly, which is probably like, you know, on your list as well, is the inefficiencies of the auction house. It's kind of like a two-parter. So the first thing is like on the real money auction house, there's all these floors in place. Like gold, you can't sell gold for less than $2.50. So I think that's ridiculous because there's like third-party websites for selling gold for half that. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. Like I want to sell the gold. If I want to sell my gold, I want to sell it cheaper. I want people to get a good deal off my gold, and I'll be happy. You know, I'll sell it quicker, and they'll pay what it's worth, not what Blizzard says it's worth. I think that's ridiculous. Secondly, on the auction house, kind of on the same topic, is like the main reason why the auction house works is because the search function is disastrous. Like, you know, you have 3 search boxes to find items that you want. You know, if there was like 5 search boxes, like none of that mediocre loot would ever sell. Because the only reason crappy loot sells on the auction house is because you can't avoid searching for it. So, you know, people are like wasting their lives fucking browsing the auction house. You know, 99% of the time they come across crap items when they put in like decent parameters in the search, just because the search system is terrible. Like, it's bad for a barb, you know, let alone for like a monk. You know, you need your resists, all resist, you need your 1 resist, you need the dex, you need the vitality, you need the sockets, maybe you want some life like, holy cow, like 3 search boxes? It just amazes me how much like manpower is wasted, how much of people's lives is wasted because such a shitty system to search for items. And I don't know. I think all of these are ridiculously easy fixes, and maybe we can get the word out there, have some of this stuff go through and get it fixed, because it's been too long. It's been too long, and I haven't seen any good fixes in a while from the Blizz team on the D3s, and maybe we can change that. Oh well, hopefully you guys enjoyed my rant, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.